using classical mini tiles to add realism to my dollhouse fireplace. This is the fireplace I started with, and this is what we're aiming for. I painted this round black, but then realized it would look better to cut a separate piece from wood and glue it on top once I had affixed the tiles. On the inside of the firebox, I glued some embossed brick paper and painted it black to add texture and realism. I dry fitted the wood piece I had cut and painted to make sure it would fit. Then I made sure the tiles would fit. To adhere the tiles, I used Mercantile Mosaic Tile Adhesive. It's water-based and dries clear. I used a small piece of wood to smear the tile adhesive onto the wood piece. Just a note, the directions on the bottle say to wear gloves and work in a ventilated area. This adhesive takes 5 to 7 minutes to set, so you have some time to move the tiles around, space them evenly, adjust crooked ones, etc. Once you like the position of all your tiles, let this dry thoroughly. Next, I mixed a tiny bit of water with Jennifer's Mosaics Indoor-Outdoor Powdered Grout. Honestly, you can use any tile grout here. I have used grout left over from home projects in the past. I bought this grout because I couldn't find my other grout. This container says to use approximately 3 parts grout to 1 part water. Use a disposable bowl and disposable spoon or stir stick. Do the mixing outdoors as the powder is very fine and will make a mess. You also do not want to breathe in the dry powder. I had already mixed it outdoors, but I gave it a little stir to show you the texture that you're aiming for. It should be a lot like peanut butter. Easy to spread and not runny. You do not want it to be too wet. If yours is too wet, take it back outside and add a little more grout and stir. Spread the grout over all of the tiles, taking care to fill in the gaps completely. Once the tiled area is covered with grout, remove the grout with a sponge, Q-tip, or paper towel. Don't waste an entire sponge on a project this small. A small piece of sponge is fine. Once most of the grout is removed from the surface of your tiles, use a Q-tip to really clean up the tile surfaces. It is very important to remove grout from the surface of the tiles before it is dry. I find it easiest to alternate between slightly damp Q-tips and dry Q-tips when cleaning the surfaces of the tiles. Do not use your silverware or anything else that you want to keep after this project is done. You will want to liberally apply grout to the whole surface. When I do this work, I keep 1 paper cup handy for grout and another disposable cup nearby with just water in it. It takes about 15 to 20 minutes for this grout to set, so don't rush through it. You will have enough time. By the way, if you are using Q-tips, make sure to have a lot of them nearby. I probably used about 30. Keep paper towels nearby too. When everything was looking good, I removed the protective tape. I decided I wanted to build up the hearth border with wood, so I made sure to remove excess grout from that area. I let everything dry thoroughly. I cut small pieces of basswood to fit over the sides of the hearth using an X-Acto knife. Then I cut a piece for the front. I used Aleene's tacky glue to attach it to the front. I have discovered that to color match red mahogany, you can paint it black, then add thin layers of dark red paint. The red I used here is Deco Art's Dark Scarlet. I kept adding thin layers of the dark scarlet until the new wood matched the existing mahogany. Now the hearth is done, but the firebox surround needs a bit of fine-tuning. I cut 3 more pieces of wood, painted them, and used the mosaic adhesive to secure them in place since I wanted them to stick to the tile. I wanted to add a bit more color and texture on the mantelpiece, so I went through my stash and found some printed fabric from Itsy Bitsy Mini. This fabric is perfect because it doesn't fray at the edges, even when you make tiny detailed cuts. I used it to make mantle scarves for the tiny shelves. I cut the fabric to the proper sizes, then I used tacky glue and a toothpick to glue light pink embroidery floss to the edges of the scarves. I glued down the floss along the edge of the scarf, then let dry before switching directions. I decided to glue my scarves to the fireplace to keep them down, but you could use tacky wax if you like. Here's a shot of the finished fireplace in a room box, and then I was irresistibly tempted to put it in the room where it's going to live. I still have to cut the baseboards in this room so that they stop at each end of the fireplace. I always want architectural features such as fireplaces to look built into the room, not just placed in front of a baseboard like it's any other piece of furniture.